Doing a little shed hunting here at the end of January. End of January, I'm doing a little bit of early season shed hunting on a property that I'm about to lose. So I thought I'd come here and take a look at this. And I just found my first one. And it has been chewed up something fierce. Ugh! Look how much that thing's been chewed up. I meant to come in here and check these fields last year in March and just never did it. I wish I had have. But that's the first one found. I've been out here for about 45 minutes. So I'm gonna keep zigzagging and see if I can find some more. Well, back again trying to do some more shed hunting. I only found that one real chewed up one the other day. See if I can't find me another one. I did meet an adjacent landowner that found one of Titan's sheds from last year. She found it when she was starting to mow her grass last spring. And it's very close to where I'm at right now. I'm kind of checking the property line real good. I heard some crows over here, so I thought I'd come check it out. Deadhead spike, it looks like. Alright, crows, I'm gonna get off your stuff.
One man, one camera, one mission.
Trying to walk these trails that are just beat down because they're used year after year after year by deer. You never know when a buck's gonna be walking along and shake his head and sling a horn off or antler off. Real thick up in there. Damn sure gonna stomp through that. Well, yeah, I just found a shed antler. It's only I found a deadhead, old skull and antlers, and this is only the first just regular shed I found. And I couldn't tell you how many times I've walked past this thing. I've walked past it several times without seeing it. Yeah, it's a pretty cool buck for around here, a little 2-year-old. Yeah, trail camera right there. Kind of a cool pinch point right here. I've noticed there's some bones down here. They've been here. I believe there was something dead down here this summer, like in August when I came in. It smelled like you could still smell it. But I've never actually come down here and taken a look at the, what it is. Ain't much to it. Dang, where's it at? It's just, that looks like deer to me. It's too long to be a carnivore. Coyote or something. Yeah, that's a long bone there. I don't see nothing else. Let's see, there's another one. When you find bones, you oftentimes, gravity's going to work what gravity works. So just take the downhill side. There's a slight downhill, there we go. A slight downhill slope to the drainage. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Ooh. Let's see, where's that head at on this thing? I don't see a head attached. Holy shit. There's a deadhead. Ooh. Dang, that's a good deer. Almost went in the creek. Man, that is a good deer. Up there. Look at that thing. Big mass in its toes on this side. I have walked past this deer. I mean, my camera's just right up there. I've walked past this deer within 15, 20 yards countless times and never took the time to go down here and investigate what it was that was dead down here. I am such an idiot. It's a shame, I could have found it a lot sooner, but I don't see any chew marks on it. So he's 4 on this side, 4 on that side. So he is an 8, but he's like kind of crab clawed there. Really good mass in his 2s. We'll take a picture of it, and then I'll take it up to the camera. Alright, I just took a couple pics for my buddies. First time putting my hands on it. Whoa, really good mass. Decent width. You know, probably 17. And I don't see no chew marks on it. His teeth got some wear on it. That's a mature deer. I can see that just eyeballing its upper palate there. It's got some wear. It's probably a 4 or 5 year old deer. Shoot, yeah, man, that is awesome. What a find. Well, I've been struggling. I've been out here for, see, it's January the 30th. It's probably 3:30, and I've been out here since mid-morning. About time I find something. I mean, it's crazy how many times we've got our trail camera set right back here. All right, everybody. So yeah, I'm up here at the trail camera now, and you know, this is the deer I just found. Couldn't tell you how many times I walked past this deer within 15 yards. My trail camera's actually pointed right down there. Not quite sure what happened to this deer. So I'm up here on a ridge just above a very growed up clearing, and I'm just been walking the ridge on the face of it, on the just above where the clearing's at, thinking that deer might be skirting that clearing or else coming in out of it for cover. And I'm coming through here and I look and I could just barely see this. See if I can zoom in for you. I don't know if you see it there. It's right in the middle of the frame. Let's go up here and take a look at it. I've been out here for quite some time. I wasn't going to leave today till I found one. This is not of this year's at all. Take his glove off. But he's in good shape. It's not chewed up any. Looks like probably last year's. But yeah, that's really cool, man. It's probably was an 8-pointer, and it's a good looking antler. Yeah, I don't see any chew marks at all. It's broke off a little bit on the point of his brow tine, but yeah, it's a good looking antler. I'm really happy with that. The carcass here on this property. I've been on this property for probably 18 years. I just came in here and set up a couple turkey decoys in front of trail cameras and found that carcass, but I don't see a head anywhere. Oh, wait a second, here's more of it. Oh, there's a head. Cody's must have, it's a slick head. Yeah, Cody's must have got a hold of it. So I just got finished doing some work to a trail camera that's just right down there. It's hard to see from this angle the way I have it, but it monitors this trail as it crosses the creek. And this is the trail that I took almost all season to go to a stand that I had up there. So I don't know how many times I've walked past this. I posted a video not long ago of Titan with a bachelor group just down right over here. But when I came up over the hill today, I looked to my left and I see a shed. Don't know how many times I've walked past this. I don't believe it's this year's, but maybe. I don't think so. It's already chewed a little bit on the tip, but you can tell it's really fresh chewing there. I don't know if it's showing up there. Try to get a focus. Yeah, you can tell it's chewed up on the tip right there, but I'm not sure if that's fresh chewing or not. Looks like it, but yeah, just a little old shed there. It's pretty cool. That's all right. I think I've probably walked past the shed many times, but I'm actually thinking, and that 6-pointer, that's actually chewed on both tips. That 6-pointer that I grunted in this year had a shape like this on its antlers. This might be, it might be him, and something just got on it really quick to chew. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go back and look. I think this might be that 6-pointer I grunted right up really fast this year. I posted a video with him on it. All right, so I think I just brought it over here in front of that camera, because I'd done that with that deadhead I'd found right near one of my cameras. But I do think this is that 6-pointer I grunted in, and I do think this is a this year's shed, because I just noticed there's a lot of soft tissue right here. That's not even hardened yet. It's my fingernail goes right through it. So yeah, I think this is a fresh shed, and I think it's that 6-pointer I grunted in. Yeah, I was right about here when I was coming in. Yeah, I want to check, there's a field back here. I want to check this field. I'm sure it's very overgrown. This is very overgrown here compared to when I first started coming here. But that woodcock was just right over around in that area and flew up, went over to the creek. I tried to find it. But I guess that's the benefit to letting, you know, wilderness areas like this grow up and get thick is, you know, it's good cover for the wildlife. And there's a recreation area near my house I go to, and I see woodcock a lot this time of year. Still can't seem to get video of a daggone picture of one of them. And then there's now this is going to be on my radar for coming in here and looking for them as well after jumping that one. That was a really big, holy moly. Here we go, that's what I'm talking about. Hell, I found my first shed over here. Didn't even make it to the field. Heck yeah. Oh. Get out of the sun here tonight. Man, that's been chewed on really bad. Get this dirt off of it. It's been chewed on pretty bad. Yeah, its brow tine's almost completely gone. And it's 2, even it's 3, well, all points have been chewed on. Yeah, this is, of course, not this year's, maybe not even the last year's. I haven't been in here for a few years. I used to get video of a big male black coyote in here a lot. And before the game department let this start growing up, there was a couple apple trees over here, but they've since been choked out. So they haven't produced anything, so I just haven't been in here much. But hey man, that's alright. Found me a shed. Haven't even got to where I wanted to get to yet. The field's right over here. It's hopefully it's not too growed over if there's anything left of it. Well, I've been skirting the edge of this, and it's just completely overgrown, but there's just a remnant of the field back here in the back corner, which when I hunted this, I actually hunted this back corner. There's a rub there. Well, there's still actually a little bit of field back here. Not much. I'd like to see a big old white antler laying in it. Yeah, one would probably stand out pretty good. I'm in here on this in this little clearing. Look at this fresh scrape. This is actually the second day of March. That thing is super fresh. Right here beside this clearing. In here trying to find some sheds before the grass starts coming up. It's gotten so warm so fast this year. Everything's going to green up really fast. You can see where the autumn olive's starting to bud out. Well, I saw this from a distance and I thought for sure I'd done found one. That thing looked like a shed from a distance for sure. No such luck. Just going to get it out of the clearing so in the future when I'm searching this area I don't get all excited again for nothing. Yeah, so I'm back here in a backfield. Got a blind right down there. We just had some really serious wind. I thought I'd just come check on it. And I saw some birds out in the field. I thought they were turkeys. I zoomed in on them and they were turkey buzzards. 3 or 4 of them there. And as I was getting ready to turn around and leave, you got all this, it's got like, you know, these stemmy things here that's kind of light and colored. Almost the color of deer antlers. And I saw right here at the point of it, because you see where it comes up, and then at the point of it I saw something. I thought, man, that's just going to be that stuck up, you know, brush right there. That brush that's kind of colored like antlers. And I was going to leave and I said, you know what, I'm just going to walk over and check, just to check. Thought for sure it was going to be the stemmed up brush, but I come over here and it is not. It is a shed. This morning we had an epic morning killing a turkey. Come right by the stand, and then I come in here now and find a really nice heavy antlered shed. Look at that. That is really nice for around here. I mean, my day was already made. This is just a cherry on top. We'll just come across a skull here. I'm not quite sure what's up with it. What happened to this buck? I'll have to go back and look, but I doubt that I have him on video. He looks older than when I got in here. I haven't been in here not even a full year yet. So doubt that I have any kind of history with him unless I'm just totally misjudging the age of the skull. But it looks like it's at least a couple seasons old. But it looked like it was a pretty nice deer, you know, coming up for around here. Hey everyone, I want to show y'all where I found the biggest, best sheds that I've ever found in my life. You know, this didn't happen this year. It happened probably 4 or 5 years back. But it was the first time I had come into this place that hunting season. This is public ground. And it was the first time I'd come into this place to hunt. I had not ran any cameras whatsoever prior to that season. I was just in hunting season, doing some mapping, found this place, thought I'd come in here and check it out. Immediately got back here and started finding tons of sign. And the sign really motivated me to keep coming back in here. And it was in muzzleloader season. I was slipping. You come in from that direction. I was slipping from that direction over this way to look into this bottom. And as I was coming through, kind of up in here, just tiptoeing through, I could hear a buck grunt. Well, I jumped a deer. I jumped I didn't know what it was at the time, but it was a doe. I jumped her, and she ran up and just stopped. And I thought that was really bizarre because I got really close to her before she took off. And then right after she stopped, I could hear some grunting coming from down here where I'm at now. And so, of course, that drew my focus down here, and I just stood and stood and stood. And it took like 25 minutes before that doe ended up settling down and started browsing again. And then the buck grunted again. And then I was able to kind of focus where I needed to be looking. And I first saw his head down close to the ground, eating off the ground. And so then I just waited until he raised his head up and kind of like it might have been a snort wheezing, I'm not sure, but it was kind of like one of those charges that they do to bump a doe. And that presented a broadside shot for me. I let him have it with the muzzleloader. And then he ran down here, not very far. He ran down this way and fell. And so, of course, I end up packing him out. I can't remember. He might have been the first deer I ever packed out. But I packed him out, and the next spring, that upcoming spring, I decided to come back over here and do some more postseason scouting because I was, again, very interested in this area. I'd actually taken a deer from here at that point. So I come back in here, and I'm looking for the bones of the kill site of, where I actually, worked up the deer at. And as I'm in here and I'm just kind of looking at the ground, looking at the bones, I see, or looking for the bones, I see a shed up the bank. And its points sticking up. The shed was setting upright with the points facing the sky. And so I was like, man, that's a shed. And I started walking up to it. And I was like, man, that is a good shed. And I remember it being right here because of the way this mound of ground is. It was literally laying right here on this mound of ground. And so I was like, holy moly, that is a really, really nice shed. So let me show it to you here. It's a 5-point side with tremendous mass for my neck of the woods. I mean, this is Virginia. I'm not out in the Midwest walking through fields picking up bucket loads of giant sheds. This is all you could ever ask for a shed antler in Western Virginia, especially on public ground, highly pressured public ground. So I'm sitting here just in all of the shed, just absolutely in all of it. And as I'm sitting here kind of looking at it, I was like, holy smokes, there's the other side. And it was also pointing with its point straight up, laying just as pretty as you please. And this had to have been, they couldn't have been on the ground very long at all because they're in great shape, no chew marks, still very dark, around their bases. That usually bleaches out pretty quick, but I was like, holy moly, these are just incredible sheds, by far the best I've ever come across. So I just wanted to take a second and show you these sheds. Hey, you guys might hear a turkey gobble while I'm talking. Maybe. I just heard one gobble a couple times on the ridge behind me. This is the 3rd week of May, and they're not, can't hunt them anymore. Turkey season's over. Hey, everyone, I want to thank you all for clicking on this video. This is my first shed hunting video I've ever done. Finding the biggest deadhead this year that I've ever found. I wanted to share with you the biggest, pair of set, single antler or set, the best antlers I've ever found. I told you I didn't have any chewing on them, but I do see where there was just a very little bit on this point right here. But other than that, they're just in great condition. They're definitely going to find a home or keep a home there on the hearth at my house with that big deadhead for decorations. And I hope to do some more of these videos in the future. I've still got one turkey hunt video to produce. I just put out a couple trail cam videos and a drum fishing video. I got it out yesterday. Really cool, best fish fight I ever seen in my life. But I am going to be planning. I haven't done any trout fishing yet this year, so I am going to be getting into some trout fishing. I'm even going to try my hand at some native trout fishing, which I haven't done in a long time. I'm going to get into some native trout fishing at least one trip, and then me and the guys are planning a trip down to a beautiful creek down southwest, and it's a trophy creek, and I hope to get down there and catch some big old brook trout, and we got that coming up. And while I'm doing all this trout fishing stuff, I'm gonna be setting up my new saltwater boat and then switching gears over to the saltwater stuff. So it's pretty much gonna go to fishing. I do have at least 2 more trail cam videos coming out as I'm getting into that fishing stuff. I pulled from a property yesterday. I have 1 more property to pull from, both of which will have enough for a video on it. I run at least more than a half a dozen cameras at each place. So anyway, thanks again for watching. You know, spring going into summer. Hope you guys have a good time out there fishing or camping or hiking or whatever it is, whatever outdoor activity that you're into. I hope you guys have a good time doing it. Just be safe out there in the field, and until next time.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.